They big mad because you stopped letting them slide with BS. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Oh, yeah, they big mad because you stopped letting them slide with BS. Somebody drop in the comments and say it stops today. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it stops today. What stops today, Reno? Them disrespecting you. What stops today, Reno? Them undervaluing you. And what stops today is them sliding with BS. Point blank, period. See, far too long you have bitten your tongue. You allowed them to get away with it. You tried to keep the peace, right? To where you started taking an emotional hit, right? You started taking the mental hit. You started taking the hit internally to where now it's beginning to affect your work. It's starting to affect your daily schedule. It's starting to affect you as a human being. Family, at some point, enough is enough. You got to stop allowing them to slide with BS. Because every time you tell them yes, you tell yourself no. And I've said this before, but sometimes you need that reiteration, that confirmation and affirmation of what you should be doing. All right? But family, we're going to get into this message, y'all. But let me just say this too, y'all, because I really feel this on my spirit. This goes for children, parents, people on the job, right? People who are your friends, family members of any sort. I don't care what it is, but it goes for them specifically. You got to start setting standards for yourself. You have to begin valuing yourself. I'm going to say this, y'all, and I promise you we're going to get into this video, all right? But family, I had a speaking engagement coming up. I think I had told y'all about it, right? And the person who I was doing business with, we agreed on a set price. The number was satisfactory on their behalf as well as my behalf. We agreed. The contract was coming soon, okay? But it was a verbal agreement. We had a recording of it on Zoom, so everything was good, right? Then next thing you know, y'all, I get a text or email rather of stating that they won't be selecting me as the keynote speaker, which is fine. I have no issue with that, right? But when you know who you are, you don't automatically point the finger at yourself. But watch this. A person who don't know who they are, they automatically point the finger at themselves. And I'm not even picking at them because sometimes, y'all, they know not what they do, right? Sometimes, family, they do certain things thinking that it's going to please someone else, right? But when a person know who they are, they say, you know what? You don't got to value me, but I got to value me. You don't have to respect me up until you are in my presence because I demand it, or else I just remove myself. But the point of what I'm saying is, y'all, is that we agree on a set price. What is it that you want? You want some free work? That ain't finna happen. You want a free speaking engagement? That ain't finna happen. Joel Osteen don't speak for free. T.D. Jakes don't speak for free. Eric Thomas don't do it. Trent Shelton. The list goes on. I mean, we can keep going. We can keep going. I'm just naming the head honchos. But at the same time, y'all, even when it comes down to people who are just getting their feet in the door or people who are on the lower end of a speaker, it still costs. I don't care what it is. But today, right, a lot of people want free work and a lot of people don't want to value you. So I say to y'all right here, family, people will be bit mad when you stop allowing them to slide with BS. See, BS ain't just a person, acting funny, don't want to help you out, or don't want to reciprocate your energy. Sometimes, y'all, BS can be a people disrespecting your business. BS can be a person not wanting to respect you as a man or a woman. BS can be a person undervaluing your talent or your gift. See, it's BS, y'all. It's all around the board, is what I'm saying. BS is all around the board. But the point is, They a bit mad you stop allowing them to slide with BS. Stop doing free work. Stop being available. Stop allowing them to come. Stop going to their events. It's finna get to a point, y'all, to where I'm gonna have a contract. If you want me to come to your event, it's that serious. Because I work too hard to allow you to slide with BS. Guaranteed. But anyway, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video as I promised. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And a small disclaimer, y'all. If y'all see my eyes looking red, it is because I'm cooking some chicken and rice, y'all, and I just chopped up some onions in that thing, right? And so y'all know how the aroma of onions do and make you look like you've been crying. All right, so don't worry, y'all. I know somebody gonna be in the comments and say, Reno, are you okay? So thank y'all so much for checking, but I'm good, right? But anyway, y'all, or maybe I just brought attention to myself. Who cares? Whatever. But anyway, y'all, let's get right into this video. Number one, y'all, first reason why they are big mad because you stop allowing them to slide with BS is because that equals no more dysfunction. That's number one, y'all. No more dysfunction. Okay, I looked up the word for dysfunction. That means deviation from the norms of social behavior in a way regarded as bad. Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for my chosen ones in the back. It says deviation from the norms of social behavior in a way regarded as bad. So you would think that a person would not want to bring dysfunction to your table. You would think that a person would not want to operate in dysfunction within their lives. Yeah, y'all, but that's not what they want. They want to operate in dysfunction and they want you to be a part of it. So if y'all understand what the definition is, y'all, it means that they want you to operate out of the norm. They don't want you to have normal behavior, right? I'm not talking about your gift or your talent. I'm talking about they want you to act in a way that is bad, all right? They don't want you to have the typical social behavior. They want you to operate in dysfunction. What this may look like in certain households is alcoholics. What this may look like in certain households is consistently lying. What this may look like in certain households, that may be cheating. That may be being sneaky. Okay? Dysfunction come in different ways, shape, forms, and fashion. All right? Dysfunction can be the way that they raise their kids. Traditionalism. They just doing things just to do it. They haven't even did the research on why they do it, right? It's almost like people celebrating Christmas. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, although it's paganistic, but most people celebrate Christmas because they don't know no better. I'm doing it because everyone else is doing it. But that's a form of dysfunction, right? So the point of what I'm saying is, y'all, they're going to be big mad the moment you cut off dysfunction, right? That's like a man who's used to a woman, following his every move, stalking his social media, begging him to come back, just don't have no type of backbone at all. But the moment she say, you know what, I'm going to walk away from this dysfunction, that's going to drive him crazy, right? He's going to be big mad because he's used to the BS. He is used to you allowing him to get away with pure murder. And it's vice versa with the woman as a man. If you stop paying them bills, right? If you stop giving, if you stop being Mr. Nice Guy, then you know what happens between y'all two? Yeah, y'all. She is going to realize that he has changed, right? So either she's going to get her act together, which means hop on the program, or go ahead and get on, okay? So the point is, when you stand up and say no more dysfunction, they're going to be a bit mad because you mess up their entire operation, all right? You mess up their entire operation, which means they are banking on you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, stop banking on me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, stop banking on me, all right? Number two, y'all, it's going to be this right here. They become forced to take accountability, all right? That's number two, y'all. They become forced to take accountability. Now, we all know what accountability is, okay? When you think about a bank account, all right, that is your account. That's not your mama's, it's not your daddy's, it's not your sister, brother, or cousins. It is your account, all right? and so as any other account. So when people begin to take accountability, and especially when they are forced, they pissed off. Yeah, they big mad, right? Think about it. When you was a kid, you got to live for free. Mama and daddy provided food, right? Even if you was ungrateful as I don't know what, okay, you still had food. They cooked your chicken and rice, right? They cooked your hamburger helper, noodles and sausage like how I came up, whatever the case was. But guess what? You didn't have to pay for it. No matter if it was a struggle meal or not, you didn't have to pay for it, right? But what happens when you transcend from childhood to adulthood? You forced to take accountability. Yeah, you are forced to go out here and work, male or female, right? You are forced to go out here and get your own, especially if you are a man, right? I know a lot of women, they can go back home without being looked at as crazy, as a bum or a hobo, whatever the case is. They may say certain things about you, but it's not like a man. If a man is at home, and he over the age of 25, hey, bro, what you doing? Hey, man, you a bum, boy. You need to go out here and figure it out, right? But let's just assume everything is on an even playing board, okay? For the most part, y'all, when you are in adulthood, you got to have your own place, your own transportation. You got to feed yourself. You are forced to take accountability for your life. And the funny thing is, y'all, a lot of adults get bit mad because they got to take accountability. Now, the message is bigger than just being an adult. But when you got to take accountability in your marriage, when you got to take accountability in your relationship, when you got to take accountability for the responsibility that you have created for yourself, like a child, car note, right? The list goes on. But the point of what I'm saying is they get bit mad when they are forced to take their accountability, right? See, people will take accountability all day for buying some Nikes that they wanted, buying some new Jordans that they wanted, buying some new whatever shoes out there that they wanted. They'll take accountability for that. Oh, y'all got to work hard for them. But they don't want to take accountability of hurting another person. They don't want to take accountability of causing another person to have a heartbreak. No, I don't want to take that accountability, right? That's why they're a bit mad. And most times, y'all, it means that they have to change themselves, all right? Or at least acknowledge their wrongdoings. But number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. Changing is a part of being around you. That's number 3. Changing is a part of being around you, right? So let's just think about the seasons, okay? We got summer, we got fall, we got winter and spring, right? Some people may say autumn, but autumn and fall is almost the equivalent to me. That's just my opinion. But you got those 4 seasons, right? And we are in summer right now, but we have those 4 seasons. It is guaranteed for summer to come right back around. It is guaranteed for winter to come right back around, spring to come right back around, as well as fall, right? So when you think about change, it is constant. It's consistent. And when people begin to get big mad, right, it's because they know that your mindset has changed. They know that your daily schedule has changed. They know that your habits have changed, right? How many of y'all was only friends with the person because y'all had some of the same bad habits? For my guys, maybe y'all like chasing women. The moment you stop chasing women and you change that habit, y'all either had to change how y'all dealt with one another, right? Or they had to change themselves so y'all could still be on that same frequency, right? Or maybe it was you, sis, you like to talk about men and gossip about men. But you say, you know what? I actually want a husband, right? I actually want a husband. I want a family. So guess what? That forced your homegirls to change something about themselves, right? Or they got on. See, whenever you have friends who won't change themselves, they won't be your friend for long. And that's when people get bit mad, because they realize that you are not allowing the BS to slide no more. See, if they met you like that, they won't have a problem. No. But the fact that you're talking about this 5-letter word, change, I think it's 5-letter, y'all. CHANG. Yeah, GE. 6-letter word. Y'all get the point, y'all. The fact that you're talking about this 6-letter word, change, that's a problem. Because now it forces them not only to take accountability, but it forces them to change and get their stuff together, right? That's a problem for them. But anyway, y'all, changing is a part of being around you. And people who are really your friend, they will. And those who are not, they just won't, right? Number 4, y'all. You are demanding your respect, okay? You are demanding your respect. Like I told y'all about the story earlier, y'all. That was me demanding my respect. I'm not going to do your event for free. And that's what I left out. They left it as an option for me to do their event for free. No, because if it was that serious, you would have not even sent me the email of not doing it at all, right? Like, or sending me the email to just bring it to my attention that I could do it for free, right? If it was a big old issue, it just would have been a straight up, hey, we just can't do it at all. But to say, hey, the option is still there if you would like to contribute, but we just don't have the funds for it. No. You try that same thing with Kevin Hart, see what you're gonna get. You try that same thing with TDJ, see what you're gonna get. You try that same thing with any person who's business oriented and see what you're gonna get. A big fat email back or a contract stating, hey, these are my services, pay it, yay or nay. It is what it is. And so that's how a person demand their respect. I had to demand my respect. Or else, if you show a person that, hey, I'll do it for free. Okay, cool. We're going to hit you up. If a person says, if we agreed on something, and then they turn around and say, hey, we can't pay you this, but you can do this. And then you come back and say, you know what? Well, I'll do it. You just taught them how to treat you. You just taught them that you don't really have no value. You just taught them that you're going to be available for them when they hold their cards and they keep their poker face and say, hey, this is what we got. Take it or leave it. In other words, that's reverse Uno. That's reverse Uno, right? That's like a woman saying, I don't do this on the first night. And then on the first night, she do it, right? Or a man say, oh, I don't typically do this, on the first night. And on the first night, he did it. It's like it's bluff. You bluffing. It's all fluff and bluff. But nah, your boy not bluffing. I demand my respect. You're going to respect me as a businessman. You're going to respect me as a man, as a human being. You're going to just respect me point blank period as one of God's chosen, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I demand my respect. You have to. Don't think that it just stops out here in the streets, y'all. It's the same thing in the business world. Just pay attention. All celebrities don't get the same treatment. Some celebrities get treated like, oh, okay, hey, it's him. Oh, okay, yeah, it's him. And then you got someone who's like, hey, guys, he's in the building, right? And, I'm not all about clout chasing and all about, oh, it's money, power, and respect. I'm not saying that, y'all. But what I am saying is, it is about respecting me as a man, point blank, period. And so you want that in any room you walk in. And if they don't give you that, then you should not even be in that room, period. Okay? Number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here. You realize your value, all right? You realize your value. This is what you have to do. You got to realize your value, y'all, right? And most times people realize their value later on down the line. I'm not going to say too late, but I would say later on down the line. Once they realize their value, the person have already gotten used to treating you like a scumbag. They've already gotten used to treating you like you are second to none. They've already gotten accustomed to it. So what you have to do is, y'all, readjust them to your flow. Readjust them to your energy. Readjust them to your glow. See, when they met you, that's what they were attracted to. They were attracted to the charisma. They were attracted to the beauty. They were attracted to the gift. But once they got around it, they tried to diminish the beauty, diminish the gift, diminish the charisma. Stop shining so much, right? Because they didn't want no one else to see the same things in you that they once did. They ain't blind. They not stupid. They ain't deaf. They hear you. They see you, right? So they devalue you, hoping that you don't value yourself, right? Family, a bottle of water in the airport is probably going to be about $4 or $5, right? A bottle of water in a club may be about $3-4. Okay, a bottle of water, if you buy it on the street, you could probably get it for $1, right? $1.50. A bottle of water inside of the gas station may be about $2.50. The point is, y'all, that bottle of water is valued at different prices in different places, right? But if you put yourself in the wrong place or environment, you can guarantee yourself not being valued at the right price, the right cost. Reno, what are you saying right now? Just because they placed a value on you over here in this environment, it doesn't mean that it's true. Go to another environment and watch how much they pay you just to be you. Go to another environment and watch how they celebrate you and appreciate you versus tolerate you. Just watch what I'm telling you, right? So the point is, y'all, whenever you realize your value, that's when everybody else gonna realize it. They can't treat you like a king or queen if you are around here moving like a peasant. I'm just being honest, y'all. This is not about, superiority, acting like you're better than people. It's not even about that. What it's about is you valuing yourself. Point blank, period. But with that being said, y'all, they a bit mad because you stop letting them slide with BS. You got to understand that. As we conclude this video, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Y'all get one of these Yes Sir t-shirts, Yes Sir hoodies. Y'all book a one-on-one session with your boy. Not only that, y'all, but be sure to check out any one of these books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.